Hello there. In this video we're going to start the beginning of a playthrough of probably one of my favorite games from my childhood, and that is Super Mario 64. So throughout this playthrough I'm not going to be focusing on how fast I can go through each of the rounds, but I'm going to be pretty much focusing on how to collect pretty much all the stars in the entire game, which is pretty much like the pinnacle goal of this game. So of course this game originally published on the Nintendo 64 way back in the 90s. But you know, that's about it. So definitely, if you're not familiar with the Super Mario 64 background or styles, you definitely need to have some idea of the controls. So mainly, you know, you have your jump and your pound, and you also have your run, flutter jump, or whatever they call it. So these are probably the two main things that you have to know in order to do a successful run through of this game. And also that. Alright, so what we're going to start with is the traditional first level of the game, but we're not going to go for the first star of this round because it's not actually the closest and fastest star that you can obtain. So once you enter the Bob-omb battlefield, all you have to do is just go up to the top of the first hill and you'll find the little Chomp Chomp wolf dog person. And he's going to be guarding a star behind his gate. So what the goal is, you need to, you know, wait until he jumps, and then you need to jump pound onto this little stick here. Yeah, a little sloppy, right? And you need to do it 3 times. So once you jump and pound it 3 times, it goes into the ground, and then the Chomp Chomp dog pretty much, you know, runs to the gate and runs away. So then this gives you access to the first and quickest star that you can get in the first round. Alright, star number 2 is probably the more traditional first star that most people get on this game, and that's where you fight the big bomb person at the top of the mountain. So there's a couple ways that you can go there. But I'm going to take the traditional classic way, or the quickest way that most people know. So you pass the Chomp Chomp, go across this bridge, and then go over here, through this gate. And then we're just going to scale the mountain a couple levels. Alright, so this little indentation, if you stand in the very middle of it, it will teleport you up a couple levels near the top of the mountain. That will pretty much give you full access to Little Bomb Person. So in order to defeat this guy, you need to wait until he gets away from the edge, because if he picks you up, he will throw you off in a direction. Once you get behind him, pick him up, and then throw him. Pretty much breaks his back. One thing you do not want to do is throw him off the mountain because he's just going to jump back up and reset the health bar of his health, I guess. And you repeat this process 3 times, and once you do that, then he's pretty much going to, you know, succeed defeat and then give you the star. And that's the second star of the first round. The third star that you can get in the first round is the same exact pathing as we took for the second star, but you need to be able to do it in a more quicker fashion. But before we do that, let's just open this up because that's going to give us access to the next stars in sequence. Alright, so what we need to do is talk to this little Koopa, and he's going to challenge you to a race, and of course say yes. And then he's going to set off. So pretty much you can follow the same traditional path, but you need to make sure that you do it quickly. So Koopa will not take the same exact path as you. He'll go up a slope that you cannot climb on feet. He'll jump off that bridge there and go up a slope that pretty much cuts all of this running part out. So on the race, there's going to be 3 balls there, so he'll climb up at that entrance there. But if you do this quickly, he'll still be behind you regardless of his little shortcut. Oh, well, that doesn't really change much. Alright, so we're going to take this same exact path, because he will not take this, so this will save a lot of time, regardless if you get hit or not. So once you touch this flag, then the time is up, and you can pretty much wait up here until the Koopa comes. When the Koopa arrives, then I'll give you the star, and that's it. So the next star in sequence is going to be over there on that island, which we can access by taking the cannon that we opened up at the very beginning of this map, and then shooting up there. And that'll also be a quick star. And that's star number 3. Alright, in order to get to the cannon, don't choose that one there. We're going to choose another one that's a little bit more closer. Alright, so this little mountain over here, at the top of it, there's the cannon that you want. So jump inside. And what we want to do is, in order to land on the island, we're going to try and shoot into the tree. So if you pretty much aim about right there, maybe a little higher, and shoot, you should land exactly on the platform or in the tree. But if you aim too high, then you're going to shoot over the island onto the main hill, which you don't want. But it's not a, a bad thing that can happen. Alright, and there's that star. The next star is very straightforward. If you saw any of the little red coins dancing around the map, these are the next things that we're going to get. There's going to be 8 of them, and they're very, very easy to find. So the first one's located right here, which you can easily get by diving through the air. And the second one is going to be over here. And the third one is going to be sitting on the pole for which we got the first star from by Chomp Chomp. You can just jump across it and sort of ignore him, but he won't ignore you. And then there's going to be 2 over here, which is where our star is going to appear for the star. So red coin number 6 is going to be located down here. And then we're going to go back to the island in the sky for which we got our last star. Alright, so now we pretty much got the coordinates for where we should shoot. So it should be somewhere around there. There's number 7. Then we're going to take this cannon and we're going to shoot to the other side. So we're going to shoot over there. So the other red coin is going to be sitting on the slope. You can jump directly down and get it, or you can slide down a little bit if you walk a little bit more farther. Now there are 2 more stars that you can get in the first course, but you need to come back and get them at a later time when you're able to get the little flying red cap. So for now we're just going to pick up a couple extra stars here. Alright, so the first extra star is going to be located in this room, and this is the princess's slide. So this is very straightforward. The only goal is to not fall off. There's actually 2 stars in this. The first is just going down, and the second is going down in a fast time. So pretty much the goal is, try and get the fast time first, so that you can just go down the slide at a normal pace the second time. Like if you want to try and get all the coins or something like that. So once you go down this slide in a decent amount of time, I forget the actual cutoff, I think it's less than 21 seconds, then that's going to give you the speed star. The second star is in that yellow box, which we'll come back and get in 1 second. So that's star 6, and then we already know where star 7 is located. Don't get the blue stars, they do not give you any extra credit, just as a tip. That just means that you've already got the star in the previous runs. That's star 7. And star 8 is also very easy to obtain. Just go in the door on the right. And there's a little hole up here on the wall. Just do a double jump and you should be able to get on the cliff of it. Jump in. This is a swimming level. It's a collect the 8 red coins type of challenge. So begin by collecting the first 4 on the middle level of the tank. And once you collect the first 4, then you submerge to the floor level and collect the 4 there. And the star is going to appear in the center of the floor. Very straightforward. Probably some of the hardest levels in this game are going to be the water-based levels, at least in my opinion. Some people may disagree. Because you actually are timed in a way, because you don't want to run out of breath. But every coin you get, it rejuvenates life, so that's a plus. But if you don't have access to coins, then you're pretty much out of luck. And they're starting to break. And that's pretty much a quick run through of how to get the first 8 stars of the game. So for the next sequence of stars, we're going to go over to the second course of the game, which maybe I think a lot of people would agree is maybe the easiest course of the game because it's very straightforward. And we'll go in here and start. Alright, so in this course we're going to pretty much be going in order for the first few stars. The very first star is very straightforward, and same with the second. Both require us to go to the top of this mountain. So the fastest way, at least to me, is to go up this hill and then slide down this little path and be sure not to jump. So slide into this little corner and that'll teleport you pretty much almost to the top layer. So go around this corner and jump on this little platform, and that'll take you to the top. Alright, so in order to defeat this guy, it's similar to the bomb in course 1, except you need to wait until he falls and then ground stomp him 3 times on the back. And once you do that, he'll give you the star as usual. Now the second star, a tower is going to appear exactly where I'm standing, so we need to climb a little bit higher on the second go around. But we'll take the same exact pathing as we did before. So we begin double jumping up here onto this platform, and then sliding down into the little corner. Go around the corner, go up onto the platform, and then you'll see the new tower that has been put here. Alright, so every other platform is going to oscillate in and out, so you can either wait, but it is possible to do it in one run through, if you time it correctly. This last one will elevate, and you'll be able to go to the star. Alright, so this star probably, I would think, is the easiest star in the entire game. So we begin by taking a left onto that platform and talking to this little red bomb. Once you talk to him, as usual, he'll open the cannon door, and that'll give you access to the cannon. So once it opens, jump in. And you want to aim for that pillar in the back. So once you fire, you should hit it so you don't fly off the edge. Slide down this pole, and the star's there. The next star also uses the cannon, but it is very, very, very sneaky in its placement. Like if you don't, if you're not, you know, sort of playing around and doing stuff by accident, or you're not looking at a walkthrough guide, this star probably would be almost impossible to find. So we begin by taking the cannon and we aim it at this corner. Aim a little high, and you'll see why. So once you hit it, it'll break, and you'll see a star pretty much hidden, embedded inside the wall. So in order to get it, you climb up this wall, and you can slide into that piranha plant, across the bridge, across this, and slide down. Or you could take the cannon and just shoot directly into it, but that takes a little bit more calculation and depends on how much patience you have. Alright, so the next go around we're going to collect 2 stars at the same exact time. The first is going to be the 100 coin star, which requires us to collect 100 coins in the round. There's going to be at least 100 coins in each of the courses, so that means each course is going to have a 100 coin star. Some courses are easier to get 100 coins than others based on the maximum of each of the courses. But this course is very straightforward. I forget how many. It has like 140 or something like that. Alright, so the second star that we're going to get is the 8 red coin star. Same rules applies as the first course. We just need to find them. So we already collected the first red coin. The second red coin is going to be located on top of this swamp, which is very, very sneaky in its placement. Third is going to be hiding behind this piranha plant. Make sure to get this blue coin because that's worth 5 coins. And the next one we can get here. Now you can slide into this, but the traditional way is to creep up on it and then punch it right in the mouth. Yeah, very violent game for children. Alright, so then we're going to wait until this rotates 180 degrees. Then we're going to go to the side and ride it so we can get all these coins. Now, the piranha plants do regenerate, but they do not regenerate the 5 coins. Else that would be pretty much broken in terms of structure. So notice that we haven't even pretty much left this round or level. We've already collected 68 stars, so the 100 coin star in this is very, very, very easy to get. Stepping on that will give us access to the blue coins, which gives us 5 coins each. And these boxes always give 3. The next, we can go get the coins that were on that very easy star from before. So let's aim up and fire. And be careful if you jump from that, so you don't jump off that edge. Very, very easy to do. I've done it a couple times. Alright, so we only need 1 more coin in order to get the 100 coin star. So it doesn't really matter where you get it, because we still have a few red coins to get. The only thing about the 100 coin star, make sure it doesn't appear where you cannot easily go back. Because wherever you get that 100th coin is where that coin is going to appear. Alright. So you don't want to get it like, you know, in the middle of a fall or like somewhere in the sky that you can't easily get to. Alright, so now we're going to get the remaining red coins. So we can easily jump to that red coin on that platform. Yeah. Probably one of the most frustrating or difficult things about this game is controlling the view angle on Mario. Because if your view angle slightly changes, then your aim and jumping or doing stuff may be a little off. So to me, that's the hardest part about this game, is being able to control the view angle. Go away. Yeah. Not the smoothest run through. I forget where this hole actually goes to. I don't think the platforms, yeah, they're on the other side, of course. But it at least gives us a shortcut over there. It's more of a blind jump, but whatever works. Alright, so let's see. I seem to have misplaced the 8th one. Did I get this one? Nope. There it is. Alright, and that gives us access to that star. And keep in mind, always get your 100 coin star for the other star. Your 100 coin star will just ask you to save, but the other star will actually force you to exit the level. So if you didn't collect the 100 coin star, you would have to restart the whole entire process and get the 100 coins again. And that leaves us with 1 more star to get in this course. This star probably is one of the more annoying ones because it relies on you being able to control the view as well as control this little owl. whose bearings are, not the most graceful. So you've probably already seen where this star is located. It's located on a little island, which is located like right here. So we're going to do another 360, and then we're going to drop onto the island. Usually one 360 is enough in order to get an altitude that is almost exactly on it. But it's very, very easy to fall or slip off the edge, as you just saw there. So where's this owl? We need to wait until it comes back down. One way to sort of land it perfectly is to make sure your shadow is directly in the middle somewhere. But it's not a direct drop, it's going to drop you at an angle, which makes it a tad bit annoying. Yeah, it's me trying to be greedy. I'll always leave a few coins here just in case you're, not too comfortable with this, so that, every time you drop, you have some health to get. Alright, let's see. Third time's a charm. Pure luck, but that's how it goes. Alright, the 16th star we're going to get from the Red Switch Palace. So we're going to stand in the middle. Usually there's a rug here, but it seems to be some glitch. And then we're going to look up into the sky. Now, this place has two things that you need to get. You need to get the 8 red coins. That's going to generate a star. And you also need to step on the red switch, which is in the middle of that tower there. And you'll see it once this text disappears. So once the text disappears, lift all the way up, because this is pretty much your first experience at flying. And you need to pretty much get into a circular pattern so that you can get all the red coins. Now, as you go down this spiral, you're going to speed up, and it's going to be very easy to lose control. And the flying is not infinite timed, so you definitely have to watch the time. Where is it? There it is. See, there it goes. Step on the switch first, because that's not going to send you out of the world. Getting the star will. So get the star second. And that brings you up to 16 stars and also the red switch. So for the next couple stars, we're going to return to the first course and complete it. Alright, so the first couple stars that we're going to get in this rerun through is the coin star and the fly through the sky star. So since we're going through 100 stars, I definitely recommend getting the ones in the sky first, because if your star appears in the sky, it becomes a really, really annoying thing to get it back. But it's not impossible. It depends how comfortable you are with flying. Alright, so we're going to begin by going to this island, and we're going to get our little flying cat. So the actual star that this round focuses on is flying through each of these little circles and hitting the middle coin. And once you can do that, then the star appears. And it's very, 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 very simple. But of course we're going to go for the 100 coin star, since that was not available before getting the flying cap anyway. So we're going to focus on getting as many of these coins as possible. Let's say we're going to go for like 30 or 35 or 40. The more the better. Because you know, there are not infinite number of coins on these levels. So, you know, let's get the hard ones first and then move on to the easy ones. Yeah, so we'll go for, let's go for, I don't know, 35? Let's see how I feel once I get 30. No, 35. Yeah, I might be able to get 40 actually. So we'll go 40. And then we'll get the ones on the land. Those are the easiest. Yeah, let's do a 360 and let's see if we can get those higher tier ones. Oh, come on. So as Mario flies, he does lose altitude as time increases. Let's get a couple more, and then I'll be done. I'll be done with this anyway. As you see, this is why I personally do not like flying, because you don't have total control over where you want to go. And I know some people spend their time mastering Mario flying if they're like a true dedicated Super Mario 64 player, but I'm far from that. Alright, so let's go for the remaining 59 coins. So I'm going to begin by punching these boxes. That at least gives me 3 of them. And we'll take this box and throw it into the wall. That'll let go of 3 more. And then I'll start jumping on mushrooms. So there's 1. There's 2. And there's 5 more. Now, if you take these bombs and you make them run around into each other, they'll blow up. Each one will release 1 coin. You know, $1's not much, but it adds up over time. Ow. Alright, that brings us up to 58. Alright, now let's get these. Ow, okay. So let's get that red coin. Let's get the one by Chomp Chomp. And let's get the one on top of this little hill. Alright, now there are 5 coins hidden inside Little Koopa. You just need to jump on the shell. And I'm not going to describe the rest of the details. Alright, there we go. Alright. I definitely love surfing on the turtle shell. But it's very easy to get knocked off. Do not hit the yellow star before you get the 100 coins, or else that will take you outside of the level, which you don't want. Or else you have to get all those coins over again. Alright, that brings us up to 90. there's a red coin down here. If we want to, you know, take care of him. That'll give us one more. For the others, I'm going to go on the top of the mountain. There's a string of coins up there, and also a couple other ones. Let's see if we can get it in one shot. There we go. Cool. Alright, that brings up to 98. And there's our 100. Let's grab that. And let's go get our main star. So we can easily get it by sliding down this hill. And then going over here. And that completes the first course and the second course completely. The next course we'll go to is the snow one. Very, very simple. Alright, so we'll jump in here. Now the first couple of stars are very, very easy. So both begin by jumping into this tunnel. And the goal here is do not fall off the slide. So in order to avoid that, there is a shortcut. For example, if you see these coins here and follow it, you can go directly through the wall and you get this little shortcut. Now on the second star of this world, you cannot follow the shortcut because it's almost like a race, and the penguin that you're racing will say that you're cheating. Alright, so there's that one. Alright, we're going to go back into the chimney again, and we're going to raise a mama penguin or a daddy penguin, whichever one it is. Now remember, you cannot go in the shortcut or else penguin's not going to be happy. Now as you see, there are lots of coins on this little snow path, which will make getting the 100 coins on this round a lot easier than the first. Actually, maybe this level will be the easiest to get all the 100 coins. And the penguin will be right behind you. So you have about a 5-second window of free time. And you know, wait until he gets his consciousness back. Then I'll give you the star. And this next one is also very straightforward, but we're going to go down the mountain a different path. So we're going to start by going up here and grabbing this little penguin. So this penguin supposedly is lost from its family, and we need to take him back to his mother. So begin by sliding down, and do not fall off. It's very easy to go off the map, and then you'll have to start over. Again, bear to the left of this mountain, past the snowman's head, and then jump off. Then we need to cross this bridge, so follow the snowman. Eventually he's going to stop and turn around. That's when you're going to go under. Alright, go under, exactly. Now that little penguin down there on the hill, that's not the same child. If you bring that little penguin to the mom's gonna be like, that's not my child. So even though we cannot tell the difference, it definitely knows the difference. Bring it over here, and you know, you found my precious baby, and the penguin's like, okay, here you go. And that brings us to star number 21. Alright, so in this run through of Cool Cool Mountain, or Course 4, we're going to grab the 100 coin star together with the 8 red coin star in the same run. Alright, so as you remember, there are lots of coins in the slide, so that's definitely where we're going to get at least 70 of them. So you need to make sure not to hit your 100 mark during the slide, because if you cannot get it in the slide, if you exit and re-enter, it will not be there. But there's not over 90 of them, so getting these first 7 is not going to cause an issue. Do not challenge the penguin because he might push you away from some of the coins, and you don't want any distractions. Alright, so get the blue one definitely, that's a must. Missing some is okay, but those help. So if you're not comfortable jumping, it's okay. There are definitely plenty of coins to go around here. Alright, wonderful. That brings us up to almost 80. This red coin is going to bring us up to 81. And there's a couple more red coins down here as well. So the hidden one is going to be around this corner. So please inch up to this because it's very easy to slide off on a snowy level. And this red coin here is going to bring us up to 85. And then we're going to go to the edge of this platform because there's a teleportation there that will take you up. Alright, so we're going to jump down the slide and make sure you do not slide too far because there is a red coin here. That brings us up to 87. And let's see here. We can get this. That'll bring us up to 89. Oh, that snowman's going to hit me. Watch. Oh. Don't hit me. Okay, we're good. Now, jumping on these little flower people will make them send you up flying. In a later stage, this is going to be very, very useful. For the remaining 8 coins, there's so many places you can get this. For example, the Little Penguin Lost slide that we took. The more traditional slide down the mountain, you can easily get it, but it's very easy to get too many and miss the star. So we're going to go down this slide really, really slow. And jump exactly when you get that, because if you slide down going back up the mountain, really, really annoying. But once you got it, then everything is pretty straightforward and easy. Alright, so let's slide down. Do not fall off. Bear to the left of the mountain. There's a red coin here. And the 8th red coin is going to be over on this platform. So be careful, do not slide off. And there's the 8th. Now you can get to this coin in a variety of ways. We'll go about it in the more traditional but clever sense. So this one requires a little bit of jumping. So stay straight and crouch fly across the mountain and grab the star. And then brings us up to star number 23. Alright, so for Snowman Lost Its Head, also very straightforward and very, very easy, as long as you don't get hit by anything. So begin by going over here and talk to the snowman's thing, or body, it will eventually be. And you need to eventually get ahead of the snowball. So the snowball is going to get bigger and bigger and eventually become a snowman's body. So sort of aim it to run into this snowball's head. It pretty much will follow you. Alright, and once it's put together, then the snowman's going to be like, here you go, thanks. And that brings us up to star number 24. Alright, the last star in Course 4 is pretty much hidden in a sort of clever way. So we're going to begin by going down to the lower level. And we need to open up the cannon because we need to shoot across the mountain. Namely, if you look over there to see that little tree, that's pretty much where we need to shoot to. So in order to open the cannon, we need to ride up this, and we need to jump off onto this little island and then jump back on. Come on, talk. And you need to make sure this happens before the thing comes down, or else you have to do an air jump, and that's not usually the most easiest. Alright, where is it? And it's very easy to misjump that, as you can see. Alright, once that lands, jump into the cannon. And we're going to be aiming either for the floor or the tree. You can aim for both, just to be safe. And yes, it is possible to shoot over the edge. So it's going to give it to the base of the tree. Now for this you need to know how to flutter jump, or you need to know how to triple jump and dash. But flutter jump is usually the easiest way. And that's going to get us across this little platform. So let's see here. So that gives us across the first. And the next thing we need to do is wall jump. So jump to the wall and kick. And this one you need to triple jump. You need to triple jump and then wall kick. So this star pretty much tests your technical skills, your technical understanding of the game. And then we need to walk across this little platform. And that brings us to star number 25, which also completes this course. So that brings us up to a completion of Course 1, Course 2, and Course 4. Course 3 is a swimming level. You can get some stars there, but not all of them until later in the game. So we're going to leave Course 3 until later. So for star 26, we're going to get the red coin star in the first Bowser level, and also get the first Bowser key to unlock more levels. Alright, so we walk down this, and the floor opens. And then it drops us into Bowser's first place. Alright, so for the red coins, we need to press this switch to get the first. Now that fire will send you flying into the abyss, so make sure not to hit it. Wait till that stops, because we need to hit the switch again to get another one that's hidden back at the entrance of the world. So run backwards, and you'll see this bridge that has suddenly appeared, and there's a red point there. Unless you rotate your camera from the beginning, it's impossible to know that that is there. So definitely some exploration needs to be done if this is your first time. You can jump over that with a single or double jump, so nothing complicated. This level definitely is not testing your expertise. Everything is very straightforward. So the next red coin is going to be on this platform. Hard to miss. These do electrocute you, but no big deal because we have coins that will rejuvenate our life. Do not fall. You know, that's obvious. Alright, that one is in the corner of the tiles. So you can position yourself in the lower quadrant of one of the tiles until it rotates there. That gives you coin 5. Now coin 6 is hidden a little bit, so you have to drop onto this platform here. Oh, and then you have to walk over here. That gives you coin 6. It's a little bit closer than I really like playing. Alright, so for the other ones, we're going to increase that. Jump. We're going to run to the end and let it increase so we can jump onto this platform and then jump over here. That's where coin number 7 is. Now coin number 8. Coin number 8 is going to be wedged in between these two platforms. So it's going to be located like right down here. You can't see it here, but if you jump, it's going to be right there. Once I rotate the camera, you'll see where I'm standing. It was located like right at that pixel. Alright, of course be careful, it's very easy to fall. There's nothing below to catch you. Alright, climb up here. You have a few seconds of freedom. Collect the star. That gives you star number 26. It saves, it does not restart, and then we can go fight Bowser and finish the round. Now for Bowser, you need to get behind him and grab onto its tail, and then throw him into one of these little mines that are on the side of the platform. Now the radius of these bombs are actually pretty generous. So you just need to, you know, get in some decent distance of it, and you'll definitely hit it. And you only need to hit him once, and once you do, then he's going to give you Bowser Key, and that will unlock the lower levels of the castle. Alright, and that brings us up to the first, I guess you could call it, the first completion area of the world. It completes Course 1, Course 2, and Course 4, and also the first Bowser Key.